Why am I here?
You know why you're here. Jackson's dead.
Well, that's a pity.
Can we hurry this up? I have places to be.
Oh my goodness, you people are savages.
I'm the Vice President of the United States of America.
Oh, the president's dead, so everyone's gonna go accusing me.
Why am I here?
Glad you asked. Where were you 3 nights ago, Clay?
3 nights ago, I was enjoying a nice game of cards with my good friend Daniel Webster.
Sure. You don't happen to know anything about the sudden death of Andrew Jackson, do you?
Ah, very tragic affair. No, I do not. Why do you ask?
Because I think that you had something to do with it.
Come in. Ah, yes, you made it. Have a seat. Where's Nicholas?
I'm here.
Nicholas, you've made it. Have a seat. Where's that Indian?
I'm F. And it's Native American.
Gentlemen, please, have a seat. Let us begin. Gentlemen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We all want Jackson dead. Are you prepared to commit treason? Clay?
Yes.
Biddle?
Yes.
Ross?
Aye.
John, how do you propose that we commit this glorious deed?
Well, Henry, I'm glad you asked. That's why I invited this gentleman to help us.
So you guys want to kill Jackson? Because I can take care of that. Like, what I would do, like, say this is Jackson's head, okay? And then I'd take this thing here, I call this Barry. I'd take Barry and I'd go up to Jackson. I'd say, hey, Jackson, hey, I got some fruit roll-ups. Why don't you come over and try one? He'd be like, oh, I love fruit roll-ups, especially the cherry kind. And so he'd come over and then I'd take Barry and I'd say, oh, hey, here, try this fruit roll-up. And then shove it right in his ear hole, just like that. And I'd be like, yeah, eat that fruit roll-up there, just like, and then I jiggle it around a little bit, you know, like that. Just stirring some gumbo. Yeah, anyways. So then, but then maybe you'd want to do it old-fashioned type, you know. It'd be like just right across the windpipe, just like sawing some logs, you know what I'm saying? Then Jackson be like, oh, I'm bleeding. I'd be like, I know, you're gonna die, dude.
Couldn't we just shoot him?
Yeah, sure, you can do that. Well, if you change your mind, give me a call. Got my card. Adios. Who wants fruit roll-ups?
I think this goes without saying. Henry and I cannot be present at this assassination.
Oh yeah, that is very true. You're the vice president, he's the speaker. Too much risk.
Aye, that'll do, John. That'll do.
Well, gentlemen, I think we're done here.
I know how to get into Jackson's estate. We can pull this off tomorrow.
Excellent.
What motivation would I have to kill the president of the United States?
I'm the vice president. You cannot expect me to commit such high treason.
Tell me where you were 3 nights ago, John.
I was doing the rain dance with my family.
You guys actually do rain dances?
No, we don't do the rain dance. That's so old-fashioned. We cosmic bull now. It's fun down at the Anime Flames.
You're a jackass.
Yeah, well, you're a tool. At least that's what Jackson seemed to think.
Jackson was a jackass too. He thought I was a tool only for the, well, at least my bank was a tool for the rich and wealthy. It was certainly not a tool only for the rich and wealthy. It was a tool for the betterment of the United States economy. Without a centralized currency, the great nation that we have established here will simply just fall to shreds. He doesn't understand banks. Most people don't. The only reason he hates my bank so much is because he lost all of his money in the Panic of 1819. It's not my fault he doesn't know how to handle his finances like a proper man should.
You know what, Nick? The way I see it, you've got a couple reasons to kill Jackson. One of them being the species circular. Tell me about that.
Oh, well this is just another attempt by Jackson to make banks look bad. He wants to have land, this newly found land, when we got rid of those Indians or Native Americans, this new land is now for American hands. But we Americans like to pay in state banks money that doesn't really mean anything. Jackson wants gold or silver for these new lands that we have. Unfortunately for most Americans, they don't have a ready supply of gold or silver, so costs went up, inflation went up, and paper money goes up. The only thing I can see happening in the future is a financial crisis. It's pure insanity to want to collect gold or silver.
I think you had plenty of reason to want him dead.
Like what?
Like maybe a certain bargain that you made a few years back?
Oh, bargain? You believe that? Yeah, you and the rest of the country.
Seems to me like you knew that you weren't going to win the presidency, so you tossed your hat in for a better seat.
Maybe I realized that I had a small chance of winning the presidency due to fabricated lies about my vices and that I was on death's door.
Fabricated lies, yeah, right.
Yes, but I realized that for the good of the country, Andrew Jackson could not become president.
The good of the country, yeah.
The man was an idiot. He had no understanding of economics or basic political infrastructure and the building up of our country's future.
Seems to me like that's a good reason to get him out of the way.
No, I realized that although I did not agree with everything John Quincy Adams supported, he would be a much better choice than Andrew Jackson.
Sure. I think that Jackson slanders your name across the country, and you want him eliminated.
No, he did slander my name, and many of the common folk believed his horrible lies. However, that would not cause me to want him dead. I'm Henry Clay. I bounce back. I'm a pillar of American democracy. Just because he said that I was given the Secretary of State because I helped Quincy Adams, I was the right man for the job. I was the perfect candidate. It had nothing to do with my pulling of strings in the House of Representatives.
Tell me about the South Carolina Exposition of Protest.
What about it?
I think you were the one that wrote it.
That's absurd. You have no proof of that.
Tell me about the tariffs.
What about it? It's a preposterous idea. Taxing our imports, killing southern agriculture for the benefits of the North. It's absurd.
Is it? Sounds like you're pretty angry.
Yeah, I'm angry. Does that make me a murderer? I think not.
You've got all kinds of reasons to want him out of the way. Aside from the tariffs, you've also got the Force Act.
Awful piece of legislation, if you ask me. Who gave him the idea that he has the right to enforce federal law with the military, these tariffs?
Ordinance of nullification.
What about it?
I don't know, maybe it's just another reason that you wanted Jackson dead.
This is absurd. Just because the South Carolina legislature passed a law stating that you could ignore federal law if the state thought necessary, just because I agree with it does not mean that I am a bad person.
How about Worcester versus Georgia?
It was a court case, and we won anyway.
Yeah, you may have won, but Jackson didn't seem to care when he kicked your people off the land.
Those are details we do not like to mention.
Tell me about the Indian Resettlement Act of 1830.
It was a mere collection of treaties, made up by Jackson's supporters, signed by men who didn't even have real authority in our tribe, and it stole away our lands and gave it to the whites.
That sounds to me like you've got motive then.
So what if he overstepped the ruling of the Supreme Court? So what if he kicked my people off their tribal lands? So what if thousands of them died in the Trail of Tears? Killing the President of the United States is irrational. That's poppycock.
Mr. Biddle, what's this about?
I think you know what this is about, Jackson.
The bank?
Yes, the bank.
Biddle, you made your decision and I made mine.
I figured you'd say that. You just signed your death warrant.
Biddle, even you wouldn't kill the president.
I never said I was going to. I never said I was going to. You did it! Jackson's dead. You ditch the body and I'll tell the others. I know a place. Good.
This is ridiculous. I'm not saying anymore. I want the lawyer.
Ross says that you, Clay, and Calhoun all conspired to kill Jackson.
I think you're playing me as a fool, quite honestly. I don't even know a Ross character, and even if I did, he'd have nothing to tell you.
Are we done here? You have nothing to hold me on. I'm Henry Clay. My birthday will be celebrated years from now in history classes across the nation.
I don't have time for this. In case you haven't heard, I'm the President of the United States now. Good day.
I guess we'll never know who killed Jackson.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you